Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your 2021 Love Tarot Forecast. I am going to try to bring messages for both couples and singles in this reading, but we will see what Spirit wants to talk about and the predominant message that comes through. So I'm going to pull cards to look at all the houses of your natal chart and see how love is playing out for you in 2021. So let's see what's happening for all the Taurus in the love department. Okay, so we have a Queen of Swords for first house, the Tower for second house, Six of Pentacles for third, Two of Wands for fourth, Six of Cups for fifth, Ten of Swords for sixth. Wow, Taurus, you are really wanting change this year. The Emperor for your seventh house. Nine of Swords for your eighth. Eight of Wands for your ninth. Five of Wands for your 10th. Eight of Swords for your 11th house. And the King of Swords for your 12th house. Okay. So let me just take in these energies. Very interesting that first house is Queen of Swords, 12th house is King of Swords for you guys. Okay, so whether you are in a relationship at this time or not, Taurus, 2021 is a year of major changes for you. You're tired of certain behaviors. You're tired of certain energies. So if it's like you're dating, you're really tired of like the BS. There is something about 2021 where it's like everybody is like, you know what? I'm tired of the BS. I'm tired of sugarcoating. I'm tired of beating around the bush. Just give it to me straight. I can handle it. Give it all to me. Tell me the truth. I want you to be blunt. I don't want you to sugarcoat. Like there's this desire in every single person to really know the truth of things. And you guys are no exception to this energy. In fact, it's incredibly strong. I see where it's like you don't want to be with somebody. You don't want to give them the time of day unless they are a true soulmate to you, Taurus. And you are willing in 2021 to make radical changes, to turn cold as ice. So if you've been dealing with a relationship that's up and down, flaky, in and out, just very troubled, I see you letting that go in 2021, Taurus. Like this strength within you to make tower movements in your life where you know they must be made. And we're talking about love. So you are willing to, you know, facilitate tower moments in relationships, romantic relationships, because you truly want to break free. So if you've been in a relationship that you don't like very much, you're going to get out of that relationship in 2021, Taurus. Like you're done. And I don't see your heart breaking here. I see you really getting logical, having major illumination and epiphany about yourself and, you know, certain things that just are not in alignment with you anymore. So I do see some Taurus really ending a situation that is constantly up and down. This could be a person who's always in and out of your life, okay? Or this could be a steady, consistent relationship that just makes you feel sick, that just drains your energy, and you're so tired and you're so done. And singles out there, that you're not dealing with anybody per se as you come into 2021, there's this like internal battle that you've been going through where it's time to really shed things that have happened in the past. Like you have really been let down, Taurus, in relationships. The reading that this is for, like the Tauruses that Spirit is intending to speak to in this reading, you've really been let down and hurt, whether you're currently committed or you're completely single. All right, you've been hurt, you've been betrayed, and you're tired of it. You want to break out of this Ten of Swords routine in regards to love and romance situations, and you are willing to, you know, create these tower moments in your life because you have learned that a lot of like romantic love for you has been where you're giving more than you're receiving. Okay. And here in the fourth house, it's like, I want to set that energy behind me, and I'm ready to move forward, single, alone, and on my own if I have to, in pursuit of my true soulmate. That's coming through in the fifth house. Okay, you want your true soulmate. You're tired of these Ten of Swords relationships, or the Ten of Swords continually playing out over and over and over in an existing relationship. Okay, and so if you're a cross watcher and you and your Taurus have a very loving relationship, I don't think that this reading is talking about that Taurus. If you are somebody trying to pursue a Taurus who has told you, hey, I've really been screwed over and I'm broken in pieces from the past, they're telling you the truth, and you're going to have to take your time with them and move quite slowly, because this year Taurus is seeing things for what they are and detaching emotionally from those romantic connections of present or past that have really caused a lot of harm and trauma to the emotional body. Constantly being in that Ten of Swords energy, Taurus is done with that. And here in the seventh house, which is the house of relationships, you are feeling empowered and strong and able and capable to do what you need to do. And some of you walking away, there may be some worry and concern about like assets, finances, the resources that the two of you share, but that's not going to deter you, and Spirit doesn't want you to worry about that. All right, it's time for you to really break free from relationships that have restricted you and hindered you and taken more from you, which have prevented you from growth, from joy, from happiness. It's time to get out of those energy. And here in the ninth house, the Nine of Wands, that is that clarity and that illumination, that higher spiritual understanding, Taurus, where you just know what you know in your soul, and you see the truth about people and things in a whole new way, and you're done. And 10th house, so 8th house, 10th house is where I see some energy of worry and concern about other people and what they may think about what you're doing. And Taurus, it's none of their business. I see you being very private all through 2021 with friends and family about your romantic situation and matters. Okay, as some of you pulling away from a certain relationship may be frowned upon by your family, and for others of you it may be that your family tried to warn you about that person and you didn't listen, and now it's like you just kind of want that relationship to quietly go away and you don't want to have to talk about it. Okay, it's just, I see you being very closed off. Or some of you, Taurus, could be in a relationship that restricts you from your friends, from your family, from socially interacting and living normal life. Like, this could be a very, insecure, jealous, obsessive, controlling type of person, okay, of present or past, because I keep feeling that for some Tauruses, this is a relationship of the past that really kind of just knocked you over. And for other Tauruses, this is a present relationship in your life, and maybe you're hoping in 2021 like this relationship would change the course of it. But what's changing in 2021 is you and your perception about this person of present or past, okay? Like, your whole entire thought process of them is shifting and changing, and you're seeing them like the rose-colored glasses are coming off, and you are seeing them for truly who and what they are, and you're going to have this empowerment to finally break free, because there is just this part of you that is like, I cannot go through another Ten of Swords moment with you. I can't have these sleepless nights, this anxiety, this worry. You can't go through it anymore. And, if this is somebody of the past, what I see is it's been hard for you to move on, and the reason for that is different for all of you, but it's been very, very hard for you to move on and pick up the pieces of what was lost here, what happened to you. Or this could just be like a relationship in a series of bad relationships where it's just like the same thing has played out over and over and over. And you were like, I'll be a nun or a monk before I date again. I'm not going through this pain, these 10 of swords anymore. Like, I'm done. You're washing your hands of the 10 of swords, Taurus. And that's good, because with you washing your hands of that energy, it's opening the space for a new type of love to come in. All right. With the Queen of Swords, this is you. This is first house. I see this is you, where it's like, I'm going to think and move about life with my logic, with my knowing, with my wisdom. And I'm not going to be swayed emotionally, whereas in the past you may have been. And I see you moving through 2021 to find that one, that special one for you. Okay? This queen finds her king here. He's sitting here in the 12th house. What that tells me, Taurus, is you've had to go through a lot of different lessons through relationship to stretch you and grow you and prepare you and align you to this person. And the same goes for them. All right. So this is feeling really singles type of reading, unless you are a Taurus who has been in a relationship that you're just like, you want out of them. Maybe you haven't figured out how to end it, or should I walk away, like you've been back and forth. Okay. Or this is somebody who has been in and out. Like, that's just the way this reading has gone. I try to keep it open on all fronts, but man, this is so specific, where this year, is time to find your other half, so to speak. Okay, we are all whole in ourselves, but that's just a, term of words that I'm choosing at this time to really represent what I feel about this union between you and this person. And them coming through in the 12th house is talking about all the different things and the journey and the path in which leads you to them and them to you. And it's filled with much challenge, but when you guys align, you are equal energy here. You're on the same frequency. You both have your guards up, okay? But what's going to happen is you guys are going to have an amazing intellectual relationship with each other. You're going to have great conversation with this person. They're very intelligent. They pique your interest and curiosity, and you them. And it just, the way this starts out is just very normal, friendly. This could just be a stranger in passing. This could be a coworker. This could be a friend of a friend. All right. It's just you and this person. Start talking very casually with no intention, either one of you, of romance or falling in love, but the very natural, organic way in which this connection comes together and unfolds leads to love. That is so beautiful, Taurus. Let's pull some more cards to further clarify. You're ready to take control of your life. If if somebody kind of left you high and dry, like you were married and then you got divorced, or you were in a very long-standing relationship, I feel it's been hard for you to like get back on your feet. And like I just see somebody like trying to shop for groceries, and it's like painful for buying for one, like trying to put yourself, some of you, back together in that aspect of adjusting to just being like one now, not having somebody sleeping next to you. You've really been struggling with that, some of you. And maybe some of you were in a very long-standing relationship, and perhaps you were a homemaker, whether you're male or female. You took care of the house, you took care of the kids, you handled all of that, and then boom, it's over. And they're like, okay, you're on your own, figure it out. And you've had to like make up for lost time and really get yourself out there in a career sense. But Taurus, this year, you're getting it together. You're coming through as the emperor. All right. You're taking total control of yourself, your life, and anything that was lost. You're finally releasing that. And in that space, it's like all this energy comes in and you are empowered and you turn into this emperor. All right. You're not picking the pieces up anymore in 2021. You've finished that journey. Now you are strong, you are empowered, you are independent, you know what you want, and you have that strength within to push people away that, you know, are flaky, and also to have boundary and let go of a toxic love here. Eight of Wands. Oh, I'm sorry, Seven of Wands. Yeah, you're going to be very defensive with your energy because of what you've been through. In fact, Taurus, even though you're watching this, it might be like you only come to this love reading not because you want to get back with somebody or not because you want to meet somebody new, but you're like, when is this going to end? When am I going to feel okay? When am I going to be over this? When's it my time? And you're there, Taurus 2021. Here we have the King of Wands. You having the spiritual strength to create tower moments for yourself in your life, to get rid of this old energy where I don't feel you've had that inner strength in the past. And here we have the Four of Wands on the the Six of Pentacles for that third house. And that's about lessons and learning. You want stability. You're like, I don't care about emotional attachment. I don't care about connection anymore. I want stability in my life. I don't always want to be worried and anxious. Are we going to fight today? Are we going to argue? Is this person going to come back in? Like, you're done with that. You're like, I can't take another moment of that. I'd rather scrap it all, start back at one on my own, than deal with this another day, another week, another month, and I'll be damned if it's going to go on for another year. Like, that is where you're at, Taurus, and nobody can stop you. Like, your mind has shifted. You have made it up, and nothing is going to stop that. And it might even alarm you a little bit with how empowered and strong you feel, and the way that you're willing to, you know, other people may look at this, how I say you're willing to create these tower moments for yourself, may look at it as self-sabotage, or why would you ever walk away from this thing when you've built so much and put so much into it. And it's because you have that foresight of the future, because you've learned your lessons, and you're like, there's nothing here, there's no potential here, this is a castle made on sand. It's an illusion, and I see through the illusion, and I don't want that. I don't choose that. I want something real. Yes, Three of Cups here with the Two of Wands, and this is the fourth house, which is about home, family, roots. It's time for celebration. It's time for happiness, Taurus. I see you, some of you, moving into your own place, like walking away, moving into your own place. And there's so much happiness and a bigger focus on friendships and what brings you joy. Okay, because you've been, you know, putting yourself back together, right? And there's just this, like, this life that has been breathed into you for 2021. And if there's any love on the menu, as far as you're concerned, it's better be a true soulmate, or you're not even going to open your heart to it. You're going to be very, very close to it. And here we have the Knight of Swords. Yep, you're ready to combat this Ten of Swords and change anything and everything that you need to in your own personal life, because you don't want that anymore. And the Page of Pentacles here on the Emperor, you taking control of your life. The Lovers here in the 8th house. Okay, so I got two immediate messages with this. The first one is those of you walking away from some sort of relationship, you do worry about like the separation and segregation of like your assets. Some of you might have some kids involved and you're really worried about that. You know, call upon the angels, speak to professionals, ask for some guidance somewhere. Spirit can move through any person, any outlet to speak to you and give you the answers that you desire, okay? I feel like you don't need to worry about like this separation and segregation. It will work out. It will be fine. And for others of you, when you meet this person, this new romance that's coming in, it scares you, Taurus. It does, because like I said, neither one of you start this connection for a romantic purpose. It's just somehow the fates have aligned you in a moment and you just start sharing a conversation. And it's amazing. And maybe you end up talking for like an hour or something and you're like, oh my gosh, it's just like the conversation doesn't end with you and this person. And it builds from there, and it makes you afraid, like, oh my God, I just got good, or I just got out of this. Is this time? You guys have a true meeting of the minds. There's going to be a lot of honesty and transparency between you and this person. A, because of the way you originally start out, and B, because you both coming through as swords energy, you both have been through a lot in relationships. And you both are very guarded and protected, and you're trying to see things more from the logical mind rather than letting your hearts lead you in regards to love and romance, just because of what's happened to both of you in the past, or what you've had to walk away from and let go of, Taurus. You're just very guarded. So are they. But, you know, what's meant to be is meant to be. All right, look at, you got the Tower twice now. You got it here in the second house, and now it's showing up in the ninth house. And this is like, the ninth house is the higher spirituality, learning and understanding. And with this Eight of Wands coming down with the Tower, this is where you are getting major epiphanies about things like, oh, it's so vast. Like, it's the whole ocean of epiphany of, you know, self-sabotaging behavior, what holds you back, what you feel is a weakness, the truth about this person, that person. Like, so much is coming to you. It is like the biggest breakthrough of your entire life, Taurus. Oh my gosh. It is time for a real, true, and good love for you, Taurus. It really, really is. Oh my goodness. And you are just, it's hitting you like a ton of bricks. And because of that major illumination, that's why you are so empowered in doing what you need to do to wipe away, walk away from these negative, toxic relationships, connection, or present or past romantically. You're done. It's over. And you're strong. And you accept and you embrace. And you just see things from such a different set of eyes. And I feel that's what liberates you, is you start seeing people for what they are. When you take the emotion out of it, like, you see the truth. And even if they do care and they do love you, you're like, I don't care anymore about that. Sometimes love ain't enough. Like, you don't do me right. You suck my energy dry. You keep me up at night. You make me nervous. Like, some of you, I feel, have literally lost hair. Okay, like, I don't know why that just came through, but you've literally lost hair because of how stressed out and depressed and just what some of these relationships have put you through. And you are being liberated and freed from that. Like, you see the deeper essence of all things here. Now we have the King of Wands in the 10th house. This here, Taurus, those of you that are walking away from somebody, it's like they may try to get the side of your family or your friends to you know, back them, take their side on things. Don't worry about that, Taurus. Don't worry about it. And maybe some of you, this is what happened in the past, like, when you and somebody split, like, you feel like they poisoned your friends and your family against you. And there's going to be a healing around this energy for those of you that pertains. There's going to be a healing, and the truth is going to come out, Taurus. You hold strong. And look at healing. Healing finally. No longer being restricted and stuck to these thoughts, to these emotions, to these relationships. You are finally being freed, and oh my gosh, so much healing coming in. And on the King of Swords there, look at that. We've got the Page of Wands. This person, this new love, Taurus, they feel an instant soul connection to you and you to them. And it's interesting because I don't feel like when you first start having this conversation that it's like a physical attraction. It's not to say that you're not attractive and they're not attractive, okay? It's just like that's not what either one of you notice about each other when you first start talking. It's not about that. Like, it's just random conversation, and then it just goes into more, and their intellect, it makes you curious. Your intellect makes them curious, and through that conversation, like, something just ignites within both of you, and neither of you can fight it. Okay, I feel like you hide your emotion better than this person. All right, like, you're gonna notice like they're mirroring your body language, and like their pupils dilating when they're looking at you, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're interested, they're attracted. All the body responses, involuntary body responses as somebody attracted is happening, like, but you feel it too. You feel it too. And because you guys are showing us swords, but then wands covers both of you, that spark, that ignition in both of you is going to bring your guard down, and you guys are just going to click in a very beautiful way. So Taurus, this is definitely the year where you are getting rid of those hellish relationships of past or present, where you're getting that healing, or you're finally able to walk away, to close that door. Somebody who's in and out, like, you aren't tolerating that anymore. You're stronger now, and you see them for what they are, and you are moving. Okay, I see you guys moving residence, many of you, and you're gonna meet new friends. But ultimately, Taurus, you have this beautiful new love coming in that is your equal match and will understand you, because they have been through very similar things here. So let's pull some more cards. Oh my gosh. Some of you, this person is almost like your divorce lawyer, or somebody who is helping you or counseling you or giving you guidance of some kind to end a relationship, to walk away, or is helping you in that process. And this would be just like a random person, like maybe somebody you hired to help you, or you have to talk to this person, or you guys are like in the same place seeking the same service. So you're both patrons and you just start talking. All right, I feel that for some of you that came through. All right, so what do we have? Regret, observe, and crossroads. Okay, so this is talking about those of you, well, this is really all of you, but I realize some of you, this is a relationship of the past, and some of you, this is a relationship of the present that you are ending, that you are trying to walk away from. And either way, whether this has ended a while ago and you've been working on the healing aspect, you've still wondered in your heart, in your mind, is there a chance? Like, is this the one? Could we really overcome this? Same thing goes for those of you who have been in these relationships coming into 2021 that are just really toxic. Like, you've been wondering, like, if I walk away, will I regret this? And you've been taking your time trying to make a decision regardless of what scenario you fall into, because this was a relationship that meant a lot to you at one time, where it felt like the stars were aligned for the two of you, but a lot has changed from that point till now, and you've really been on the fence back and forth. If I walk away, if I end this, will I regret it? Will I regret it? And we see that here. And maybe even some of you have thought, will I ever find love again if I walk away from this person? And Spirit is like, yes, you will. It's like, all relationships have an expiration date, okay? Whether it's through just natural parting or, you know, when somebody returns to the non-physical. Like, that is the whole cold, hard fact truth of all things of life, right? All things come to a physical end at some point for some reason. And so for you, whether you let this go now or in 5 years from now, it's going to end. And this is a very toxic thing for you guys. So it's better to let it go now, let it burn now, so that you can be free, you could be liberated and come into this beautiful new connection. And I really have to say again, this is a reading for Tauruses who are in really bad relationships at present, or you have somebody who is in and out, in and out, in and out of your life, or you're single and you've really been struggling to heal and move on from a painful relationship and ending. All right, that is totally the vibes of this. That is the message Spirit has brought through for Taurus, those of you in those scenarios. And 2021 is the year where you finally decide and you're empowered, and it's just all very natural. It's spiritual, like you've done the work and things are just organically aligning and playing out for you, and you have the strength you need. You have the resources you need when you need it, because 2021 is the year to let go of that like darker vibrational experience and romance and open yourself up to a very beautiful soul-based, where both of you are feeling that connection equally. Like, that's what's in store for you, Taurus. And it's new love, especially coming through as that page. It's new love for you. Let's pull some more cards. Uncertainty, barriers and impasses, coldness, drifting apart, and strong, focus and independence. So Spirit just popped it out right there, Taurus. Here's that old relationship, whether out of your life at present, in and out, or still in your life. It's, you know, nothing but barriers and impasses exist between the two of you. You're drifting apart here, and now you are going to become very strong, focused, and independent. And if you haven't been able to walk away, it's like you're finally going to be able to walk away. Any sort of indecision, like you're done with that. Those of you where this is somebody who is constantly in and out, you're finally putting your foot down and you're blocking their calls, you're blocking their number, you're not looking at their social media anymore. Like, you're truly turning your intention and your focus elsewhere, and you're going to be free and you're going to be strong. Regardless of your scenario, this is you, a strong, focused, and independent. And in that space, you align to another person who is very strong, focused, and independent. And you guys are just going to click beautifully. All right, let's pull some more cards. Settling and self-worth. Deep regret. So look at, we've got regret coming through twice, and an inescapable connection. Okay, and we see that you do feel like you're unable to break free. So Taurus, Spirit is like hammering this message of this bad relationship, okay, however that plays out in your life. More than Spirit's talking about this new person. Like, Spirit's like, this new person's coming in, but you really need like some sort of reassurance, some sort of confirmation, sign, answer from Spirit that this person who has lied to you, disappointed you, put you through so much, flaky, in and out, up and down, back and forth, hot and cold, they're not the one for you, Taurus. You're not going to regret walking away from this energy. You are settling for this person. And at the beginning, it didn't start out that way. But it's like this relationship has run its course, and you deserve so much better than this person. And there's somebody who's going to do that for you, who's going to see you for the beautiful, strong person you are, and is going to love you and cherish you. And not, I feel some of you, like, what you have gone through with this person is almost unspeakable, some of you. Okay? It runs deep. It's painful. And you feel like after all this time, after everything I've been through with them, it's got to amount to something like, I can't walk away, I'll regret, or nobody will ever love me. It's something like that. And Spirit's like, Taurus, no, you will regret staying attached to this energy. They will only do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And you will escape them. The connection may have felt inescapable for a very long time. Okay? But remember, there is a big shift in you. And now where you didn't feel you had the strength, you do have that strength. And it's almost like that leaves your life, or finally you're able to get over this. And this beautiful new love comes in. And you're with this person, Taurus. Like, you don't mean to be at first, but you just like, oops, I fell in love. And they appreciate, like, you guys are on the same page, the same playing field, the same frequency. Ascending. Healthy choices. And cassette. Okay, yeah, there it is. You are ascending. This is outdated thinking, the cassette, right? You are making healthy choices for yourself in regards to love and romance. And some of you, this plays out in all relationships in your life. I think you are done. You're going to be nobody's doormat ever. You're going to have boundaries, Taurus. And you're making choices. You're loving you. You're seeing you through new eyes and your worth and your value. And you're seeing how you've settled. And that you do deserve more. And you're like, you know what? Even if I have this fear that nobody else will ever love me again, I know that I deserve better than this. And so I would take being alone than being treated like this a minute longer. Like, there's this incredible strength and empowerment that you are stretching into. You're going to end and walk away from some really negative romantic tie that you've been dealing with for quite some time here. And it opens you up. It almost feels fairy tale like, honestly. You're done with this person, this relationship, and then this beautiful new romance comes in for you, Taurus. Let's pull some more cards specifically about this romance, because Spirit has gone on and on and on about leaving this old one behind. Like, it's just, it's time. You won't regret walking away. You won't. Now, the person that you're finally cutting ties with may come into a place of regret, may try to get you to come back, but you're just too strong. You're not going to. Yeah, look at it. For the new love, look at this. We've got the Empress. We have the Moon. And we have Temperance. So you've got 3 major arcana that came out to talk about this new love. So this is definitely somebody you are destined to be with, this life journey. There is so much potential in this connection, this relationship, for growth and love. You could build a whole life with this person. And with the Moon, you both have been hurt. And I even feel like the word abuse like keeps popping up in my head over and over. And just because this is, you know, reading on YouTube, I don't want to go that deep, but Spirit keeps pulling me deep. And now with the Moon out, I just, one or both of you definitely has gone through a thing or two in this lifetime. And through the love that you guys create with each other, it is so healing and balanced. This is not somebody who's going to hurt you. This is a whole different vibration of energy than what you've dealt with, Taurus. Like, you're done with that. And some of you have worked really, really hard trying to get over the past, putting the pieces back together in your life. And now here's this beautiful love coming in, and you guys are going to be able to really open up to each other and expose your darkness, your shadow, what scares you, where you've been. And you guys heal each other through your love, through your connection. This is somebody who does not have any intention to hurt you or harm you, nor do you have intention to hurt them or harm them. This is so beautiful and absolutely a fated relationship with 3 major arcana coming out. This is truly like karmic completion and now coming into true love. Like, karmic completion brings true love. Okay, what do we have? Here's your artwork. And it says, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. And so this right here, Taurus, is a message to you from Spirit saying, you know, don't look to criticize or get revenge on this bad relationship. It's in your surrender and your release that things magically transform for you. And it's time for that energy to get out of your life, because it's time for some true love, Taurus. So those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.